Hi, I'm Frank Huff with Minnesota First Realty, and this is your 2-minute market update for October. As you know, the real estate market is getting softer, meaning there are more houses becoming available, and those houses are taking longer and longer to sell. The Fed has continued to raise interest rates pretty aggressively, and according to Bankrate.com, the average 30-year mortgage rate is now 7.99%, so let's just call it 8%. I think it's worth having a discussion about the interest rates and then what we can do to potentially combat those interest rates and buy the interest rates down. So the amount of interest that you pay every year is equal to the interest rate times the balance of the loan. So let's say that you bought a house for $500,000 and you put 20% down, so your loan is for $400,000. In this case, all that matters is the $400,000 because that's the amount that you financed. So if you pay 8% interest on a $400,000 loan balance, you're paying $32,000 that year in interest. If you compare that to a 3% interest rate on a $400,000 loan balance, that's just $12,000 per year in interest. So these interest rates make a huge difference in your monthly payment and the amount of money that you're going to pay for your house. What happens in reality is that we make monthly payments. Every time we make a payment, the loan balance slightly decreases, and as we make more and more payments, we pay more towards principal and less towards interest because the balance of the loan is coming down. There are amortization tables that you can find online and look at these numbers. The key takeaway is that a loan at 8% interest costs wildly more money than a loan at 3% interest. There are some solutions available to help combat these high interest rates. The first solution is called a 2-1 buy down. This is a loan where the interest rate is 2% lower the first year, it's 1% lower the second year, and then it goes back to that normal fixed rate that you set up. Another solution that I think we're going to see more and more of is a buyer asking for a seller to pay points. Points are a payment made to the lender upfront at closing to directly buy down the interest rate. 1 point costs 1% of the balance of the loan. So in the example that I used of a $400,000 loan at 8% interest, you could pay 4 points up front to buy that interest rate down from 8% to 7%, and the cost for those 4 points on a $400,000 loan would be $16,000 because it's 4% of the loan. I realize this can be kind of complicated stuff, and of course you should talk to a qualified lender before you make any final decisions. So if you have questions or if you'd like us to refer you to a local lender, give me a call at 507-271-2839 or text me or message me on here. I'm Frank Huff with Minnesota First Realty, and this has been your 2-minute market update for October.